Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predicting the heat. Fast talk, faster stats, never tasting defeat. Breakdowns crisp, clear, a handicapper's delight. Rolling dice with insight under stadium lights. Feel the rush, odds crush and adrenaline flow. Front row seats in this betting expo. Chasing triumphs, breaking every curse. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. Field goals.
Hello, welcome to the Two Guys One Spread podcast, episode number 16. Tommy's in the house.
What's up?
Joe, to give our take after some exciting stuff in the sports world. We got a whole bunch of great stuff coming up. NHL playoffs on the horizon, NBA playoffs on the horizon.
Draft is next week.
Yeah, that all starts next week, and then the draft's getting closer, and there's all sorts of exciting stuff. So we'll have a draft episode, NHL preview episode, I think we talked about. So we're gonna kick off with the review of the Masters. Man, what an awesome golf tournament. I mean,
you couldn't ask for. You got all the big names up on top. It was exciting. That's exactly what everybody wants to see. To me, it was Rory golf. This is what you get with Rory. It is the best shots you've ever seen in your life, and then it's just inexplicably just bad golf, and gives it right back. And he seems to be that kind of player where he's very up and down. He's so skillful. Some of these shots he hit in, unbelievable. And then you see just these mistakes. I mean, on Sunday he had that 4-stroke lead. I was like, this is over. It is over. He's gonna
twice. Did he have it twice? I mean,
it might have been, but I just remember, I must remember his teeing off on a par 5. He's been playing aggressive the whole day. He takes out the 3-wood. He's playing the whole thing to play safe. Hits it short, right in the middle of the fairway, perfect layup, and then he just has, something we've all done. I mean, if it was us out there, this would be just commonplace. But he just, out of nowhere, puts water in play and hits it in the water and everything. And then Rose, you got to give Rose all the credit in the world. He just wouldn't go away.
Yeah.
And just like that, it's tied. I think it was minus 11 at that point. And it was, then you're just like this, here we go.
What a wild round for Rose. I mean, he had 4 pars, right? Like par is like the expectation, right? You're like, make pars.
It's Masters. You think make pars, just keep
this
going.
guy 4 on the scorecard the whole day. I mean, everything else is just, birdies, bogeys mixing in all over the place. Like,
he had an eagle in there.
Yeah.
The guy was. I was kind of rooting for Rose. The guy's. I mean, I know you got the Rory story, but Rose is a good guy too, and I don't know about Rory. I don't know what it is about him. It was a good story. I mean, listen, he went into history. Doing it. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It was super interesting because it was almost like when he had the lead, he struggled.
Right.
It's almost like that, like, back against the wall, pressure, you play better. And, when you are kind of comfortable and you're trying to, play, like, just play smart and do something simple, that's when it seemed to cause him problems. Like the whole day. He started with the lead, everything was good. And, then he gets in the tie and you're like, oh, here we go. And then boom, all of a sudden,
the first hole. The first hole. I mean, he's up 2, and it's just like that. That evaporated.
Yeah, but then he golfed well and got off to another big lead, and you're thinking, here we go, and then it just fell apart again, and then back against the wall, and then he's just hitting just money shots, right? Like really, really good shots. there's that you got to fight mentality, right? Then maybe he gets in, and then it's like, you just got to go for it. I don't know. I mean, I get that mindset. I know when I play poker, I love there's times if I'm in tournaments, I'm like, dude, just get me to the final table.
Right.
If I get to the final table, I know exactly what's in front of me, who's got what. I can pick and choose spots to really be aggressive. Even if I'm like a small to mid stack, right? Like I like it. I'll pick a spot where I'm like, oh, there's 3 callers and like I got a decent hand, but I'm like, I'll put pressure on them. And then there's other times where, some people are great. I've played with guys that are great at being the big stack and the way they can bully it.
Yeah.
And it's never been, I don't know, it's not great for me all the time if I get a big stack.
A little loose.
Or I'll just try to make that move and then it doesn't work. And I'm like, I shouldn't even have been. I just felt like Rory was really, like, it was like when he needed the shot and there was tons of pressure, he hit a couple just great.
Anything. He was behind. How many times in the front 9 and then even that great shot he had on 15. He's behind trees.
When we hooked it around, I mean, it's sick.
I know.
And then there was like a couple times in the row, like you said, you're sitting pretty, and then you're like, oh, what's like? I don't know. It was an interesting way to look at it, and it happened multiple times, all in the same round.
Right.
Nice speed, comfortable, bad golf, pressure. You're like, he's losing it. And then just some unbelievable.
Right. As soon as it got tied, he played great again.
Yeah.
He had a great shot on the par 3, and then it was the par 5 where he had that unbelievable hook around the trees that he eagled, and then he's back up, and then he falls apart again, and then he goes up 1 on 17, and then 18 he perfect drive right in the middle of the fairway. He loses it to the right in the sand trap. Still is a good putt to win it, and makes it more exciting, I guess.
What a huge putt! I mean, a half hour earlier by Rose on 18.
Oh yeah, that
right,
was unbelievable.
Yeah, you're like just a long putt that he drains, and that's one of those where he signs a scorecard and he's like, all right, I posted a number, I'm going to go to the range, probably not thinking he's going to get a shot, but that's
What do you think about DeChambeau on this one? I mean, I know no one wants to talk about the loser, and he wasn't even. I think he was top 5. I don't know, maybe he might have fallen out of the top 5, but he was right around there. But I mean, to start the day, he's 2 behind, and he was just not good.
Oh, DeChambeau. Yeah, but I mean, I'll say this: again, a lot of times golfers do, right? Like he in the press conference, he just said, like, you could tell he was fighting it all day.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, even the day before, I watched a lot of the Masters, and he was pulling his irons. He was struggling. I know a lot of people love him, and he kind of fell apart. He talks a lot. He was hyping up the crowd. I know the day before. It just wasn't there. It wasn't there.
No, I know, and you know what? I mean, it's. He was just fighting it. You could tell he just never really looked super comfortable in that last round and could get anything going.
Right. Yeah, it was.
And
it was a great watch. I mean,
interesting golf. That course is so cool.
I know. I mean, they say you can't really tell on TV with the elevation changes and stuff like that.
But there are some of those pictures. It's like just all
the greens and just you're hitting downhill, you're hitting uphill. I mean, if it's not flat, we're struggling to hit flat.
A Berg on 18. Did he take like a triple? I think, right?
Yeah.
I think he took a triple. He was playing the green game, right?
Oh yeah, the green game. It was funny. It was the first thing I said. I go, uh-oh, he's playing the game.
Yeah,
not the game you ever want to play.
And I never thought of it this way until, years ago in one of the tournaments. I point this out to, my wife and kids, not that they care, but they're usually there when I'm watching. I'm like, those shots, like, you drop from 5th to 17th, and that's like big pay money.
Yeah, I read actually he lost almost $600,000 on that triple on the.
Did he? I was going to look it up. I knew it.
I just happened to see it. That's what they posted. His last hole cost him,
Oh,
$600,000. And it was in the sand trap, hits the lip. That's tough break, but he probably was trying to get to the green and didn't
I,
have the right club. And then he gets out, and then he's playing a game that he hasn't probably done in 20 years, and the guy's only 22 years old. The guy's he's inexplicably just lost it there on one
well,
hole.
I mean, you landed on, and you're like, all right, and then it's just like,
Yeah,
just gone.
yeah,
I mean, it's crazy how just inches can just punish you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like those greens, some of those iron shots into the greens, you're like, looks great. Oh, is it going to get up on the?
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's just
It's
rolls
down,
right.
not even on the green anymore.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, well, that's just crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to see like just us get a group of a foursome out there, not playing from the tips, just playing from 6,200 yards, basic golf, and
Yeah,
just see what we could shoot. Just I mean they had some guys talking and they said like a 15 handicap playing just from the white tees.
yeah.
What do you think they'd shoot? And they're like, like 150.
I,
Just they
I
would get
one of
near the
my
green. And even if you thought you had a shot in the middle of the green, it could
yeah.
roll off. It would, Sunday they go Sunday pin placements, 150.
One of my daughter, my middle daughter, one of them asked me something, and I was like something like that question,
Yeah,
and that was my guess. I was like 150.
right,
Like if I had to guess, I mean, obviously, first off, I got to be close enough that I could even get to the fairway,
right,
right?
right.
But yeah, I mean, around the greens, like it's wild. But that's what makes it fun. I mean, it was super exciting and entertaining. Awesome accomplishment
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
I mean, it was cool to see how those. It showed how many attempts it took everybody else to get their Grand Slam,
Yeah,
and it was like 1-1-3-3, and Rory was on like number 11.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
You
my,
gotta give, dude. That's insane how long it's taken him to. You think he had three majors so early in his career.
yeah,
And that's what I mean. You just think these people are just going to keep going and run and they're going to be awesome forever, but little things happen. I remember he bulked up real good, big for a while. That
well,
changes your swing and this and that. Life
and
happens in golf. It's all mental.
I just think I say this with a lot of sports. I just think as it's kind of gone more worldwide, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
Bigger there and just more golfers. Like, listen, you can't take anything away from like Tiger and, what he did. But I feel even at that time, there was usually like 5 to 7 guys that you
Yeah.
thought would win. Like now, like any of these guys, I know Scheffler had an unbelievable season, but I just think the depth of the fields is probably better, especially pre live, right?
Yeah.
Before
Right.
live. Now it's definitely watered.
Yeah, PGA's watered down, but once you get to these majors,
Yeah,
all these guys can win.
that's what I mean. I just think there's so many of them that could win that it's I guess it almost surprised me the opposite way that those other guys could accomplish it so fast.
Right.
But I mean, they're all-time greats, right? Like,
That's
so
right. Speaking of all-time greats, do you think Tiger has one more in him? Not just any major.
no, I don't.
I don't
I
think he has anything left in him.
I know.
I have a bet with a friend, and this was made, I think, right after he won the Masters. But I got
Okay.
$50 that he never wins another one. This is just major, not another
Yeah,
event.
I
You just every time I watch him, and he can compete. He makes cuts, and then it's just his body is just you can just tell it just breaks
mean,
down. The walking gets to
how
him.
many events does he even
Man,
do? He do two?
I know.
I know he tries to make.
I know. That's it. He'll play a lot of events, and then
Yeah,
he's always got the Achilles, so that's a year off. So, and I don't know how old he's going to be next year. He's got to be close to 50. I know Phil's 50.
it's crazy how. I mean, I
Phil
want to
should have
see
made the
how
cut
fast.
too. I don't know if you watched Phil. He should have made the cut. He hit in the water, I think, on 15, and then he really struggled down at the stretch on Friday. But I mean, Phil's still really competitive. But I don't know. Tiger's just people love watching him, and he's one of the greats. And I
But
get it when he's on TV, but
these courts, they're so tough. I mean, look at I'll. I mean, we put our picks in, right?
yeah,
I held the Rory pick. I had a feeling it was his time.
right.
I felt great about it. Day one looked great, and then it was a disaster at the end.
Yep.
And then the rest of it, like he looked really good. But then my other guys, I mean, Straka, Zalatoris,
Yeah.
I mean,
Draco
guys
was terrible. Zalatoris is terrible.
chewed up. Zalatoris finished. I had it right here. I think he finished 8 over. I mean, just destroyed. Just absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, I had that Riley who the first day he was +7, then was -4. It was too late. Morikawa, he might have been top 20, top 15. The only bet that I mentioned was the top 10 for Reed. That guy does play great at the Masters.
Yeah.
He ended up top 5. And
Yeah,
I didn't mention this.
Morikawa was tied for 14th.
14th, yeah, that was close to 15. And then on myself, I just put in a bet for Scotty to be top 10. It was like even money. I just felt like it was just giving me money.
Yeah.
He didn't even look like he played good. Every time you watch him, he wasn't even on TV that much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they're like, oh, he's just struggling. He finished like 6th.
I know. Yeah.
So
He was solo 4th, actually.
yeah, I
He-
mean, no one even talks about him. Like he was they make it sound like he was god awful.
I know.
And it's because he's been dominant for so long. But I just put in a top 10 for that. That was even money.
And
But I didn't win any of my bets.
Golf's it's such a tough sport. Look, I heard him talking about Homa today.
Yeah, he played.
And just how far. I mean, there was a time I remember we were talking, and we would be like, "He's a great bet. It's only a matter of time, right?" Like,
Yeah.
great. And today they're like, he hasn't qualified for.
Yeah, he was really struggling before this event.
Yeah, he hasn't qualified for like 2 of the or 2 of the majors yet because he's like 67th in the world. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But in that sport, it's so tough.
I heard about he fired his swing coach, he fired his caddy. When you're struggling and that's you start making changes and then you got to fix it. The changes take time and
Yeah.
it's all the stuff and it's wild. You got all this hype about your bets going into and then like on Thursday you're like, well, they're done. That was fun.
There what's when Rory went double par double at the end of day one, I was like, I might have to put in another bet on the weekend just to have someone to cheer for.
I know.
Because my other guys were just crushed.
Yeah. I know.
Then he creeped back into it.
Right back in. But it was an awesome event. I love watching him. I love watching all the majors.
Huge ratings.
Yeah, huge ratings.
I've taught everybody. It was funny. Someone on the radio said they're like, we're still talking about it. It was like 3 days ago, and I was like, that's true, and that's pretty exciting. So
yeah, monster ratings. I heard it had almost 13 million viewers at one point, high of 19 million viewers.
Yeah,
which is insane. I mean,
it's awesome.
Just to give an example of how Live, we've talked about that. Live at one of their now this is not a major and it's just an event. I'm not saying they're the same, but they had 50,000 people watching their whatever Sunday matchup was. So you're talking. This is why they gotta get rid. They gotta figure something out. Bring it. I'm not saying I know them. It's it's a major and people want to watch. And Masters is the biggest one, but you got to bring all the guys back, and you'll get ratings. Everybody wants to watch the DeChambeau play Rory or Scotty or any of these live guys. Koepka, who was bad, who really screwed himself out of playing over the weekend. But all these, I mean, that's what people want to see.
There's a part I guess I don't know enough about Live. I just can't understand how it's actually still happening if there's so few viewers.
Well, the person who runs it is just has unlimited funds. So,
It's literally so much money that you're
yeah,
like,
it's so much money that
we're just gonna
it
get
means
killed.
nothing to them. They're giving out 150 million just to come play. You don't even have to win. You don't have to do anything. This is just like bare minimum, and it means
But
nothing. They still have to put on the events and
I
this
know,
and that. It is
it's
that
insane,
much money.
crazy.
Doesn't mean anything. So they're not getting any viewers. To me, I mean, if I'm Bryson or Kepka, it's got to be killing them. It's gotta. You think that I know listen, they took the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
feeling bad for them, but you're going and no one's watching you play, and no one's cheering your name. You're playing in different countries and this and that. I just don't. I don't know, and I don't feel guilty or bad about it because they took the
no, I
money.
know. There's a part of me that gets that, right? Because
Yeah,
they probably worked their whole lives to be able, like, I want to compete with the best in the
right.
world. But that was a choice they made,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Make that choice, and again, you get them in a private room, one on one, and no one's ever going to hear your answer. Would they say they regret it?
right.
Maybe. Some may say, you know what? No, I don't,
Yeah.
because I did what I had to do for my, I guess,
Yeah,
my
it's life
family.
changing forever money, so you
Yeah.
can't
So
argue what they did. But I keep hearing that like a lot of them are under like 2 3 year deals, and as soon as it's done, they definitely want to come back. But we'll see. But it was an awesome tournament, and I think we got about another month right before the next one, which I think is the PGA, but I'm not positive. But
so yeah, well, awesome event. I was super excited to see him complete that career grand
yeah,
slam.
the Grand Slam.
I think all the hype is going to really lead into probably a big season for golf in the majors, because that one really was awesome. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it
oh
made me think about just one last thing that's not really on this, but it made me think of like all our days with the Okino Classic and our events that we used to run back in the day, and how we were just 8 guys or 12 guys, and how seriously we took it, and you get to the you know Sunday at the Classic,
yeah.
and sometimes you get that putt that's a little tight and this and that, and I mentioned that with Joey here, he had a 5 stroke lead going into the second day, and went 9-9, and
Oof.
that was gone.
It
And
was.
then he's fighting an uphill battle the rest of
I,
the
I
round.
don't think I went home. I don't think I went home after the first round and just had a nice
Right.
dinner.
You didn't have a masseuse?
Kind of hung out with the boys late at night,
Yeah.
but that lead disappeared real fast.
Real quick, real quick. If I recall, it was sand trap to sand trap to sand trap to
Oh,
start the first 3 swings,
just
and you might have been dehydrated a little bit too.
yeah.
So.
It
But
was,
those always bring up fun memories about that too. So
but I mean, you're right though. I mean, even when when we're out there and we're just making side bets and there's
oh
like
yeah,
pressure, like I was saying, like when when you got that driver, right? You're up there, intense hole Masters, and that driver head's coming through. The difference between hitting it square
right.
and literally a quarter inch this way and that ball's gone. It's incredible, man. Those
Yeah.
guys so good, so good, so exciting. So,
All right, let's move on to
all right,
basketball.
next we're gonna chat a little basketball. We are on the eve of the NBA playoffs. I guess you could say they started with the
Yeah, they technically started, I think, last night, uh,
seven
which
playing
I
now.
won the first. I bet a couple games last night, won both of them. I just felt like these playing games. You're at home, you got to win them. They're easy wins. It was 5.5 for the Orlando Magic over Atlanta, and it was 2.5 the Warriors were giving over the Grizzlies. So took those easy wins, and we're going to move on.
there's a part of me that kind of wanted. Well, I do like Jimmy Butler. I've always kind of liked Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler, but I got a bunch of John Morant cards, some that
Oh,
are,
listen,
and I want this guy. I want this guy to stop being a jerk
I
and
know.
focus and make a run so his cards could add a little value. But like, I don't know. He's one of those guys that I'm like, I'm not sure if he's ever going to
I
grow
don't
up.
think
I
so
he's
either.
not old now, but
Yeah, he's not. He's old enough to know. You keep making the same mistake over and over again,
yeah, I'm trying
and
to
it's
see.
not even that hard of a mistake. It's just stop doing the gun symbol or throwing grenades or I don't know, rocket launchers, whatever he's doing.
Yeah,
Just
and
stop doing
oh,
it.
but also just focus on being the best player you can be, right?
Right.
Like I feel you come in those first couple years, those first couple seasons, and like you're young and like I get it, all of that, but now you've been in the league for a while. I'm trying to see. All right, I guess he's 25, so he's still young. I guess he's got I don't know. I would hope at 25 you've had a few seasons
He's
in the league.
already
Now
been
you're
suspended for like 40 games. They talked about suspending him already for his last couple incidents. But I know I love him. You say cards. I got them in NFTs. They suck. NFTs in general, don't buy them anymore. They've capped out. But I
yeah
still I'm like I'm gonna keep a couple. I
yeah
got some football and I got some basketball, and I'm like, well, John Moran, he's gonna be the next big thing, and his rookie season, the guy's
yeah
awesome. You
yeah.
know, he's like an Allen Iverson style player,
Yeah.
and the guy just can't keep it together.
Can't no.
So
So oh man, but NBA stuff, right?
yeah,
NBA in the East. In the
he's
I mean, is it truly a two-team race?
well, it's the Cavs, which it's crazy. The Cavs are a 1 seed, or they're a 2 seed. I'm sorry, 2 seed, right? They're gonna.
No,
I think they're a 1 seed. They are the
yeah,
1 seed.
I
They are
think
the 1 seed.
yeah.
Sorry.
I think for the Celtics, there's a little bit of the like, listen, let's just get in. We know what we can do. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
I don't think the Celtics are going to be spooked at all by we are not. Let's say it ends up them and Cleveland, and they don't have home court. I don't think a team like the Celtics is that rattled by that, right?
right.
Um, or a team like Cleveland, I like the path of Cleveland. Like, right, they've
Yeah.
been getting better
They've been getting
every
better
year,
and better. It's
every
just you
season.
just don't know anybody. I mean, if you're a novice basketball fan, they're just not a big name. I mean, they got Donovan Mitchell, who's great, that's
Yeah,
top tier player. But after that, I mean, he's just one of those guys you want on your team, just hard working player. Um,
Garland's been good for a few seasons, right?
you're right. Garland's
How
been very
far,
yeah.
man? This we won't spend a ton of time, but just talking about Mitchell. How far was there was a time not too long ago that the Jazz were extremely good
You're right.
and they're awful.
They're
And I
awful.
I looked at the standings and I was like, man, what the heck? How did that go so bad so fast?
Well, yeah, you get right. You
I
get
mean,
rid of players like Donovan Mitchell, and
yeah,
then things happen quick.
that's how it happens. But
Yeah,
yeah, I feel like the Cavs have been taking that trajectory that I think a lot of teams need, right? Like you can't get into playoffs, you get in. You can't win a playoff series, you come through, you win a playoff series. You know what I mean?
right.
You win that playoff series, you're expected to make the playoffs, and then you do, and then maybe you can win two, or maybe you get that number one seed, like that progression. And I think they've kind of followed that and grown together. And I mean, the Celtics are the Celtics. They're loaded. They're really good. They're
Yeah,
battle tested.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, the Celtics just they play great defense. They can score. They're a loaded team. It is a 2 team battle in the East. I'm trying to look at a team that I like that could beat them.
Is there any chance if Lillard comes back, the Bucks can beat somebody?
Yeah, I just don't know. I was looking into it. It's one of those. It's not like a knee. It's not a. It's a blood clot.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, if he comes back, I mean the Bucks become very good. Um, you know, they're playing my team. I love the Pacers. They're just from back in the day, with Reggie and you know the dunking Dutchman from back in the day. I started loving him. I loved Reggie Miller. That's my kind of player. Just a guy who just talks shit all day,
yeah,
flops and does everything people hate. I love
yeah.
it. But Halliburton's awesome. Uh, but yeah, I think if Lillard comes back, that team becomes obviously so much better. Um, but I don't know.
I know. I struggle. I struggle to see. I struggle to see. Let's see. You got New York, Detroit, Indiana, and any of those playing
Yeah,
teams. I just real. I mean, it really looks like it's that two team
right. Yeah,
race.
The
And
East is like that. I agree. It's just Cavs. It's Celtics. I mean, anything can happen. I think you're right. The Bucks is they won it before, so they know how to get there. They're the only other team I think that can sneak out of the East.
yeah, I mean, I mean, Giannis can take over games, right?
Right, right.
So I'm not sure how many other guys there have the capability of kind of doing that.
I agree. So I got the Celtics come out of the East still. I hate Boston. I hate Boston sports. I do. It's just hard to like Boston sports. But it was nice seeing the Bruins. Ugh, it wasn't like, it's just nice seeing them struggle.
A lot of change in the NHL. We'll get to
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But yeah, so I think the Celtics come out of the East. The West is much more interesting. I mean, you got just more poppets. You got the Nuggets with Joker. You got Lakers, obviously. No one even talks about the Thunder, and they're the best team in the league.
Yeah,
Clippers, my least favorite player in all sports. Well, actually, my least two favorite basketball players are on the same team. I hate Kawhi Leonard, and it's only because the guy has played 2 games. It's more, but in 5 years, and all you hear is like, "Well, if he's healthy, he's the greatest defender
I.
and offensive guy." And dude, he hasn't played.
It's going. I mean,
It's since he won in Toronto.
yeah.
It feels like he's played 30 games.
I,
And he's on
well,
account. He don't play all of this. Listen, the guy's very good. I can't stand him. Just I don't know. Play if you, or I don't know. I
no.
can't play. LeBron James, 40 years old, doesn't miss a game unless he's literally hurt. And this guy never plays. And I'm not saying he's not hurt, but it's crazy.
But there is a part of me there. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, does he want to play,
Right. That's my
or do
thing.
you
I don't.
just, or do you want to just get to the playoffs and then even
Well, I think anybody who's now taken him for the last 4 or 5 years is like, well, we'll just try to get him healthy and get him going for the playoffs and
I mean, he played 37 games this season.
yeah, so half, less
Not
than half.
not even half.
Yeah, less than half.
37, these are his games played. 37, 68. I'm surprised he played
Yeah,
that.
that's a lot.
52, 52, 57, and then 60 with Toronto.
That was less fun. All right. I mean, I guess I'm taking a little. He's taking off about 22 games a year, a little bit, 25. But that's a
20,
lot.
well, 25 to 30.
Yeah, it's a lot
But
of games.
yeah, I mean it's a lot. I don't
It's an NBA problem, to be honest with you. It's him. He's to me the poster boy of this problem. But the NBA loves just to give players rest and not
yeah.
play them and this and that. I don't know. People buy these tickets and then they're going to go to see a game and Kawhi's not playing and this guy's not playing. You're like, well,
It
this sucks. I just spent $150 on this ticket and I'm not
is.
seeing anybody I want to see.
I mean Houston's really good. I feel Houston's maybe they've been a little quicker than the Cavaliers, right? And
Yeah,
they're
they came
five.
back.
but they were terrible for a while, and they've kind of slowly built it up. And I think I wouldn't be surprised to see them with an early exit, but I don't think we're far off from them being a real problem.
I mean, the problem is they play the Warriors,
Yeah.
so that's the problem.
Well,
I mean,
the whole
so you get you're your 2 seed, and you get the Warriors in the first round. It's just
and it's not even the start of the year Warriors. They added
Right.
Jim Butler, who is
yeah,
that guy's a beast. I mean, he is a great player, playoff tested, experienced
Okay.
leader.
Always shows up in the playoffs. Plays the best basketball in the playoffs.
Yeah, I had as soon as Golden State got them, I was like, I think that's a great fit. I think that, and it's almost the opposite in the West. How many teams are we looking at, if you want to say the top 10, that you think don't really have a chance?
Right. I mean, that's a great point.
I mean,
I'm looking at a team that the Timberwolves, but the Timberwolves, they have a stud player. I mean, I don't know.
Thunder, Rockets, Lakers, Nuggets, Clippers, Timberwolves, Warriors.
I mean, Timberwolves have Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah,
They can win
All-
games.
all day. Of all those teams that I named, I guess for the reasons we talked about, I'm least comfortable or confident in the Clippers. Any of those other teams,
I know, but Clippers have Harden, and I mean, I hate Harden too, but that's my other least favorite basketball player. But they got talent. I mean, the West is still totally different. I mean,
Yeah.
Denver and Jokic is the best player in the game. Yet they've been struggling towards the end of the season a little
Yeah.
bit.
I mean,
So it's like,
they just fired their coach, right?
yeah, 2 weeks ago, a week ago or something, 2 weeks before the end of the season. So they were obviously struggling. So is that?
So
I don't know, but I mean, they still got the best player in the game. I don't know. So if I'm going to take somebody out of the West, oh man,
it's super tough.
it is super tough.
What are your thoughts on the Lakers?
I just don't think they have enough. They don't play enough defense in the end to win. They could score. I mean, LeBron and Luka. I love Luka. I just don't think they play enough, if any, defense at times to win enough basketball games in the playoffs. I wouldn't be shocked if they don't get past the first round, but if they get past that, I don't see them going any further than that.
Interesting.
I don't think they play any defense. But they can score with anybody. I mean, if they're hitting their shots and
But can they ratchet up the defense? Right, you're on an every other day schedule.
The NBA schedule in the playoffs is crazy. It is like, well, we played Sunday. They want to make sure they get it on TV, so we'll play Thursday and then Sunday again.
I mean, can they step it up and play that defense? I don't know. When I watch LeBron, I still he's still. I mean, obviously he doesn't look like he's 40. He almost doesn't look like he's 30.
Right. No, I know.
It's unreal. And I mean, Luka got to. I'll say this: Luka got to. Did they get to the end of the finals last year? Right, they did.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah. Got to the finals with what I'm going to say is a lesser player. I think having LeBron by your side is a better running mate than what he had. So, we'll see. Super interesting stuff.
Right. And no one talks about the Thunder again, and they got, besides Joker, I mean, Alexander, might be the second best player. That guy's awesome. And they got Chet up the middle, just lurking there. That scrawny guy.
I mean, he's so skinny.
He's so skinny. He's so skinny. I know.
I remember when I first watched him in college, I'm like, this guy's gonna break on the court.
Right.
Like his legs are something's gonna snap.
But you don't need to be big anymore in the NBA. You just
No,
don't
no,
need size anymore. It's
no.
you just don't need
Agreed.
it. There's no reason for it. No one puts the ball down to the post. There's no big guys anymore. So Holmgren's just fine. No one's gonna post him up and just bully him out of there. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I
So
mean, back in the day, right? Like he's gonna like. Could you imagine what Shaq? I mean, he would
yeah,
just one little bump
one
and
little
that.
bump, he'd be gone.
But they don't have it anymore. It's just
No,
different, right? You got
no,
big
because
guys.
Check can pull. He can step out, hit some threes. He brings any big guy. You want to put a big guy that's kind of a heftier guy on him. He's got good handle. It's just a
But
different
those
game.
guys, Towns, he's not sitting underneath the rim.
Right, absolutely. It's
So
so out of the West, I just don't think the Thunder are going to do it. Ah, boy. I'm still taking the Nuggets. I know they're struggling, but I don't know. I like sticking with the best player. Every time I watch that guy, it's just he's unbelievable. So I'll stick with the Nuggets. I'll say Nuggets, Celtics. Yeah.
Nuggets. All right, I am gonna go. I am also gonna go the Celtics. I just they're deep. They're
Yeah,
good.
the deep, and then I think their path is also just a lot easier than it's just easier in the East, and they're the best team.
So the West is really tough. Oh, I mean, I'll go OKC. I don't know if they're experienced enough to do it, but their record's phenomenal,
Yeah,
and
I know.
they got to be able to prove it. I would. I mean, I think that's super hard. There's 5 or 6 teams I just completely would. I can
Yeah,
easily
you
make.
wouldn't be shocked. The West is crazy. You wouldn't be shocked if you're right. 5 teams probably can.
I mean, these offensive teams are going to have a tough time when you play Minnesota. Minnesota's defense. I mean, they
Right,
can.
I named all. I mean, just they're defensive juggernauts in the West.
So,
So should be good.
um,
People bash on the NBA, but I like watching any playoffs, so it'll be good.
I do. I enjoy watching the playoffs too. I'll definitely be excited to watch. I know I'll get 700 people that'll text me that everyone hates LeBron, but I still enjoy watching him because
Yeah,
he's
he's unbelievable.
his age to be top. He's still top 10 in the league to me. I mean,
Right.
he can still do just about anything. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's that defense, and that's why they're going to go out. He's not as good defensively as he used to be. That's why they're going to be out
yeah. I mean, again,
maybe in
I
the first
don't know
round.
quite that energy and stuff, but it'll be close. So let's talk a couple bets. We'll go NBA because that's going to be starting, and we're going right into that. They got the playing games going now. Our last bets were the golf ones, right? I mean, I didn't exactly go out on a limb, but I won the Rory one. You said you won one of your top 10s, right?
Yeah, I mentioned it on the pod. I had Reed in the top 10. I liked him. The guy's just plays great at the Masters, and no one thinks about him because he's unlikable. But again, guy was ended up being top 5. So that was the one I didn't win any of the wins, but that's hard in golf. So
Yeah.
taking Rory was I played good. So that was a good win.
Okay, so let's jump over to these are Saturday's games, right? The field will all be.
I have Saturday's games.
Yeah,
That's correct.
field will be all set. You want to go first?
Yes, I do. Hold on a second. I got to figure out who they're playing. I have it down here, but I don't have what they're playing. I do have the Nuggets. Who are the Nuggets playing in the playoffs here?
Clippers.
Oh, yeah, I have it in the other thing.
Spread I see.
Yes. Nuggets, Clippers. Nuggets are giving 2.5. They're at home, and Joker's the best player in the game, so I'm gonna stick with what I said earlier. I like I like the Nuggets. I know they're going through some tough times now, but I still think they got the best player at home. Given 2.5 against the Clippers. So
I like that as well. I do. I mean, 2.5. That's basically a pick'em game.
yeah,
I would definitely ride with you on that one. Uh, I will take the Lakers. They're given 4 versus Minnesota. I think it's they're at home early in the playoffs. Maybe they're as healthy as you're going to be, not being banged up after playing a bunch of playoff games, and you get to the Western Conference Finals. You've had 2-3 weeks of playoff type basketball, so we'll see. I think they can come out. I'm not sure if Minnesota can. We'll see how that defense stops them. If their defense could slow down the Lakers, but I like them there in the first game. I'll take them in game 1 to get out to a little lead there.
all right. I don't hate it. I just don't know about the Lakers. I think they could win by 20, and I could see them losing by 20. That's my problem with the Lakers. They have such a good offense. I question their defense, but you can't question. Luka is a scoring machine, and LeBron is also puts up 25 a game. So
yeah, I love
it.
I love LeBron's ability to, in the playoffs, I love his ability to take it to the rack. I mean, when he gets a ball and he wants to go to the hoop, he's still so fast and strong. And, I could see them maybe getting someone in foul trouble. So we'll go from that point. So, you got a second one?
I do. I have. I'm taking my favorite team. They have gold medalists on their roster. They're obviously that good. Tyrese Halliburton was a key to the gold medal team. I think he averaged 1 point a game in the Summer Olympics. So they were obviously a dominating force. No, I love the Pacers. It's -5.5, which I actually was a little surprised it was that much. They're at home, but I don't know. Like you said, no Lillard, especially for game 1. I just think that the Bucks will struggle a little bit. The Pacers can play some defense. That Siakam, I forget Pascal. I'm not really sure how to say his name, but he's a very good defender.
Yeah.
At the power forward. They've been playing better. They started out the season pretty shitty, and they've been improving ever since. So I think they're playing their best basketball right now, and I'm going to take them -5.5.
Oh,
I like that one. I got the
I don't like that one.
Yeah, that's all right.
I like that one. I would take the Bucks with the 5.5.
Right.
I was smiling because my wife just went upstairs and she said, "Why don't you guys talk about what to put in your kids' Easter baskets?"
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Not on my mind right now.
Right.
My last one, I am going to go with. Where did it go? I am going to go with. I'm going to go with Cade. I'm going to go with Detroit.
Yeah, it's your boy. It is your boy.
The Knicks are good. They're tough. They're giving up 7. I feel like 7.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It is. It's a lot. Listen, I could very easily see this spot being too big for Detroit and them not covering. But sometimes there's teams that, people aren't expecting much from.
Right.
They don't know the spot's too big. They're just in there balling
Detroit
out.
hasn't been in the playoffs in how long? So it could just be, they're all young and ready to go and
don't care, right? We're just going to go and we're just going to play. We're not going to be tight because nobody expected us to do anything. And, the way they've been playing really well. I just think 7's a lot. We'll see. It's the Garden, right? So maybe you go in the Garden and it's like, ooh, and they get caught up in it. But 7 points is a bunch. that I'm not 1,000% sold on the Knicks. So we'll see where that comes. Detroit, like I said, Detroit can, they can score some points, and we'll see. Seven's a lot. I could, like, again, if it doesn't go that way, I wouldn't be shocked because it is the Garden and that spot. But I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks they're going to come out and be like, screw it, right? Like let's just play loose, free, and be aggressive, and see where it goes. So I will take them on the road. I usually don't love road, but 7 points. We'll see where that goes.
All right. I like it. I don't hate that one. Easter, do you hide eggs? Are you an egg hider? Like hide? Is that a thing in your house, or does anyone in the family hide eggs?
I mean, we still hide the baskets.
Yeah.
I feel like kids have gotten like lazy in their efforts to find
Shit. Oh
like,
yeah, sure.
always been the way. My son's like, oh, I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
like
my daughter's the same way. You gotta hide it, but then it's like no effort into it.
Yeah, I was like, I remember. I mean, he'd be little. I'm like, you look for like a minute. Like you didn't even leave this room, right? Like,
right. Yeah, you gotta do some digging.
Yeah, you gotta go look for it, right? And then, we'll usually sometimes with the younger ones do like a family egg hunt on one of the days, but it depends on the weather and.
Sure. Well, my mom, you got to get in this one. My mom does it for the grandchildren, and obviously they're all a little older now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they range from 12 to 22, but everybody's still in it. And she puts cash in every egg, at least $1, and then each kid gets at least 10 eggs.
Okay.
And there are 2 eggs with $20 in it.
Oh, I mean,
it is. Kids are raking. It is.
They are. I mean, that would be. Listen, you might have to have if I was there, you might have to have a first aid kit at him.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Mark Gastineau might show up.
I love the Gastineau.
He might show up and just if I saw an egg that I felt was a big money egg,
yeah,
and someone's going for it, you're going down. I'm just saying, you're going down.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. My grandpa.
I feel terrible. I mean, if I'm sacking my niece, and then all of a sudden it turns out to be a $1 egg, I guess I might feel bad. But you got to go for the win.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, there's the money out there. My grandpa one time, he was. We had all my cousins up from Texas, and he was. He said he put all these envelopes like at the end of the fence, and we're probably like 50 yards away. He goes, all of them have $50 in them, except one has 500.
Oh,
and it was like mayhem at the palace. It was out of hand. Girls just tripping and fighting and ripping, and it was awful. It didn't go like we thought. I don't know what he was thinking. They ended up all having the same amount of money in it. But he thought it was going to be funny, but it was not funny. It was life or death. I might have been 13, 14, $500. I mean, it was like, this is life-changing. Can I retire?
I mean, the bad part is, though, like, even if you get there first,
yeah, you don't even know.
Your odds aren't even better.
It makes no difference.
Guy next to you.
He thought for sure you're not going to know anyways. It's in a sealed envelope.
Yeah,
it won't matter. But you just still wanted to get there first.
If I was in line and that announcement was made, I'm going fast. Right?
Yeah,
I'm going fast. I could see how it could be a problem.
There's crying, a lot of crying.
Yeah, happy.
It was awesome. It went opposite of what he thought it was going to go. It was great.
Hey,
but good luck with all the kids out there finding their eggs, and hopefully they got some stuff.
We could get into 100 stories where it went opposite of what.
Yes.
Opposite.
Yes, we could. Yes, we could.
All right, sounds good. Let's. We're gonna try and get together Friday for an NHL preview, right?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. I hope the listeners like our new introduction music.
Was it new today?
It's going to be new, yeah.
All right.
The last
Exciting.
one, I think I put a new one on there too.
Oh.
We'll have to share that story on Friday.
Yeah, we'll share that story.
But hope you listen to the music. Like the introductory music. Listen to us on all the major ones: Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. And getting ready for a wonderful month or two of sports.
Yeah. Great month of sports coming up.
Great month.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.
See you.